I just got finished replacing that hideous, ugly track lighting that was probably 30 years old. And I replaced it with a sleek, clean, recessed lighting that, well, it just took me a couple hours to do, and I'm going to show you how I did it so you can do it yourself. Coming up next. You know, these are truly DIY friendly. I really believe anybody can install these just in a matter of a couple hours. So let's get started. Now, one of the things you've got to have is you've got to have a hole cutter that attaches to a drill. And you need the size like this so that it'll accommodate the circumference of one of those LED recessed lights. Okay, so I've attached it to my drill. Now maybe you're wondering, well, wait a second, Leah, what is that? This is just like a cover that catches the dust as you're drilling through the ceiling. Okay, this is where we're going to put our recessed light. This box here, we're going to pull the box out. I'm going to show you how to do it. But first we've got to make certain that the circuit isn't energized. Now you can turn off the power at the light switch, or you can go to the breaker panel and turn off the power there. What I have here is a non-contact voltage tester. You want to have one of these because you want to make certain that the circuit you're working on isn't energized. So let me show you how to use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tester, hit the button here so we know it's on. See, I get a red light? That red light lets me know that this circuit is energized. So what we have to do is we have to cut the power to this circuit. All right, now I've cut the power. Let's see what we've got here. It's got a green light, and green means you're good to go. Of course, if it was red, that would mean stop what you're doing, okay? It's energized. As you can see, we're not getting that red light. That means we're good to go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wires here, and I'm going to put them back in the box, because I'm going to take my hole cutter and I'm going to cut around the box. That way, I don't have to worry about coming in contact with the wires. Okay, I've got a little piece here that I just have to tap out. There we go. I have to remove the box now, which is attached to a joist here on the side. I'm just going to take a crowbar here, and I'm going to pry it away from the side of the joist. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my wires out. I'm going to have to take these wire nuts off. That's what these are here, so that it clears the box. And now I'll be able to pull it through. Let's install our lights. Now this is the remote driver box. It holds all the wiring. Now what I want to do is I want to give you a close-up view of how we're going to wire this thing. Now what I've got is I've got my power coming in. And what we have here is our hot wire, which is denoted by black. We've got our ground wire, which is a bare wire, or it can be green. And then we have here our neutral, which is white. Let me get these wires out of the way so you can get a better view. Now, this is how our box is wired up, all right? We've got the same wires. We've got our hot wire, which is black. We've got our neutral, which is white. And then we've got our ground wire, which is the bare copper wire. Now what we do now is simply match up the colors. You take your two black wires, which are your hot, and you connect them. And the way you do that is you use what's called a wire nut. That's what this is. But some people like to twist the wires together before they make the connection. And the way you can do that is just simply with a pair of pliers. Now just take your wire nut here and just want to screw it on. And you're going to feel a little bit of resistance, and you just want to make certain that that connection is tight. Give it a little pull to make certain that your connection and your wires are tight inside the nut. Now you just move on to the remaining wires. Now once you've made all your connections and they're nice and tight and secure, one of the things you can do, you don't have to, but one of the things that I like to do, I like to take electrical tape, wrap it around the wires and the wire nut to make an even more secure connection. Now what happens if you have more than one light? You'll have cable coming in from one light, and then you'll have cable coming in from another light. So it gets a little busy in the box. You see here, we've got 1, 2, and then of course we've got the wires that are connected to the box. The process remains the same. Black wire to black wire, white wire to white wire, and ground wire to ground wire. You just collect all three. Just make certain that you use the right size wire nut for the amount of wires you're joining together. So we've got our 3 wires joined together, and it'll look something like this. A lot of the wire nuts right on the package will tell you how many wires and what size gauge wires that the wire nut can accommodate. So look on the package. Now what I've done is I've created a mock-up so you can clearly see how I installed my lights in the rec room. Now you want to take the remote driver box and you want to install it inside the cavity where you've cut the opening for the light. Best if you can take the box and secure it to a joist. If not, just fish it through the hole and rest it atop the drywall. Connect your light. Next, you want to take the light itself, and these little orange clips, this orange clip here and this orange clip on this side, help hold it in place. Now just turn back on the power, hit the switch, and enjoy the lights. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time. And if you want to see more content like this content here, just click on this video right here.